Have you ever wondered what things are made of at a tiny level? The secret life of particles.
Hey there, scientific explorers, and welcome to the lab. I'm your lead scientist for today, and we are about to go on an amazing investigation. We're going to uncover a secret world that's hidden all around us, in plain sight. We're going to find out what everything, and I mean everything, is actually made of. You ready? Let's do this.
Really think about it for a second. What if you could zoom in, like with a super-powered magnifying glass, on literally anything? What would you see? Well, that's the big mystery we're cracking today. We're going to get so close we can actually see the secret building blocks of the whole universe.
Okay, investigation time. First things first, we need to talk about a really big idea that scientists have. It's called matter. So what is matter? You know what? It's basically everything. Yep, your desk, that chair you're sitting on, your lunch, even you. If it has weight and it takes up space, guess what? It's matter. Pretty simple, right? But this is where things get super interesting. See, all that matter stuff is built from something way, way smaller. I'm talking about teeny, tiny things called particles. They're so small you can't see them with just your eyes. No way. So, guess what I brought? My imaginary super microscope. Let's fire it up and see what these secret little particles are actually doing. All right, let's power this thing on and zoom way in. We're going to check out how these particles behave in the three main states of matter. You know them: solids, liquids, and gases. So, let's start with a solid. Okay, so check out these ice cubes. A perfect example of a solid, right? They've got their own shape. It doesn't matter if you pop them in a cup or set them on a plate, they're gonna stay cubes. But the real question is, what are those tiny particles doing on the inside? Okay, zooming in with the microscope. Whoa, look at that. The particles are jammed in there, packed super, super tight. It's kind of like a bunch of people squished into an elevator. They've got no room to move around, so they just vibrate. They're just wiggling back and forth right in their own little spot. Cool, huh? All right, next up, liquids. Think about pouring some water into a glass. The water doesn't keep its own shape, right? It just takes the shape of whatever you pour it into. So, why does it do that? Time to check in on those particles again. Ooh, look at that. See? The particles in a liquid have a little more breathing room. They're still pretty close together, but they're not locked in place. They can actually slide and flow right past each other. And that's the secret to why we can pour stuff. Okay, last one of the big three, gases. The most famous gas is literally all around you right now. Take a deep breath. Yep, it's air. You can't see it, but it fills up this whole room. So what in the world are its particles doing? Whoa, now that's different. The particles in a gas have a ton of space and so much energy. They're just zipping and zooming everywhere, bouncing off the walls, bouncing off each other. They are moving like crazy. Okay, so let's do a super quick recap. In a solid, particles are packed tight and they just vibrate. In a liquid, they're a little looser and can slide past each other. And in a gas, they're super far apart and just go wild. Makes sense, right? Awesome. Okay, now for the really, really cool part. What do you think happens when we add some energy, like heat, to all this? Let's find out. We're going to do a quick experiment with something everyone knows: water. So we start with solid ice, right? The particles are just vibrating. But then we add heat. That heat gives those little particles a huge boost of energy. Enough energy to break free from their tight little group. They start sliding around and poof! It melts into liquid water. But what if we add even more heat? Well, those particles get a super-duper energy jolt and start flying all over the place like crazy, turning into steam, which is a gas. We just walked matter through all three states. How cool is that? So, you probably think that's it, right? Solid, liquid, gas. End of story. But science is always full of surprises. There's some, well, weird stuff out there in the universe that doesn't really play by the rules. I want you to meet a real science mystery. Its name is Oobleck. It's just cornstarch and water, but trust me, this stuff is seriously strange. It's a total rule breaker. Get this, if you're really gentle with Oobleck, it acts just like a liquid. You can pour it, you can let it drip through your fingers, but if you squeeze it or poke it really fast, bam, it feels solid. It's a liquid and a solid all at the same time. Is your mind blown yet? But hold on, because we're not done. There's still one more state of matter. That's right. It's not just solid, liquid, and gas. There's a number 4. And get this, it's the most common one in the whole universe. You ready for this? It's plasma. Believe it or not, almost everything you see in space is made of plasma.
Think of it like a gas, but one that's been supercharged with tons of heat and electricity, so much energy that its particles get all excited and start to glow. Our sun? That's a giant ball of plasma. All the stars in the night sky? Plasma. That flash of a lightning bolt? That's plasma too. Even those cool, colorful neon signs are full of it.
Whew! Okay, my fellow scientific explorers, we have covered a lot today. So you know what that means? It's time for a pop quiz. Let's see what you remember. You ready?
All right, first question. True or false? The tiny particles in a gas are packed really tightly together. Think about those zooming particles. The answer is false. Nope. Gas particles have tons of space to fly around like crazy.
Okay, question number 2. What's it called when a solid, like that ice cube from our experiment, changes into a liquid? That process is called melting, right. That's the heat giving those particles the energy to break loose and start sliding.
And here we go, last question. Which state of matter holds onto its own shape no matter where you put it? Is it a liquid, a gas, or a solid? The answer is a solid. Awesome job, you guys. You are matter experts. And just like that, our investigation is over. But before you go, I want to leave you with one last little thought to noodle on. We learned that particles in a solid are always vibrating, right? So, does that mean your desk is secretly wiggling right now? What about the floor? Something to think about. Always keep asking those big questions and never stop exploring. Thanks for hanging out in the lab with me today. See you next time.